All right, so let's catch up with Nolan Finley of the Detroit News and Stephen Henderson of American Black Journal as they try to get civil when it comes to politics and explain to us the Detroit Civility Project that they're talking about here at the policy conference. So I can't think of two better people to talk about civility. Someone explain to me the Detroit Civility Project. Nolan, take a crack at it.
Well, what we're trying to do is, Steve and I did an exercise a few years ago where we did NPR StoryCorps, where we tried to figure out how two people can come to different opinions, look at the same facts and come to different opinions. And what we did is try to talk to each other and figure out the experiences and values and background we each apply to the same set of facts to reach our opinions.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it feels like you guys have taken the time to know each other. You are now longtime friends, people would consider, but I think when you engage with any kind of debate with people, that people don't really have an idea of where people come from.
But that's the point.
They don't, and I think one of the lenses that's important to view this through is the lens of listening, and really listening, not listening to someone and thinking, here's what I'm going to say back to them when they're done, but really listening to try to understand what it is they're saying and why. Where does it come from? Why does this person think differently about these things than I do? What in their background might explain that? I think Nolan and I, over time, have come to be able to do that with each other, which explains not only the working relationship we have, but the fact that we can be friends as well, right? That disagreement doesn't take over the entire relationship.
So how do you spread this to an audience like this that then will hopefully then take it to their workplaces in government, politics, and the like?
Well, that's what we're asking folks to do between now and Mackinac. The chamber is going to match people of different opinions up between now and Mackinac to have these sorts of discussions, not to argue about politics, not to debate their differences, but to find out who each person is and how they form their opinions, so that you get to know folks before you start making assumptions about them purely based on their politics.
So who are you picking from? Just people who have come to the conference?
People who sign
Anybody who wants to do it. And we would hope that a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds and a lot of different areas of work will do it, because I think it's an eye-opener when you really sit across from somebody who does disagree with you and listen to what they say. It's hard not to come away with a really different impression of that difference between you.
Well, people think they know another person because they know their political views, and that's just part of who a person is. And what we're wanting to break down is where we are today, where folks won't have difficult conversations with each other or simply avoid each other altogether. And we don't think that's healthy.
Yeah.